Oh man, I'm just gonna admit it now. This one is a bit of a spicy one, and you can try to disagree with me. You can try to tell me how I'm wrong, but honestly, God, Suicide Squad is already better than Gotham Knights, and that's not really a high bar. That's not really a high bar for the game, really, like realistically. But I'm going to be explaining why I already think that Suicide Squad is better than Gotham Knights. And I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments below. So go ahead and comment down below what you guys think. What do you think is better, Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad? Of course, Suicide Squad isn't out yet, but just based off of the presentation that they've given us and the things that they've shown us, let me know what you think. Personally, the first thing, of course, is the marketing. The marketing is already a lot better, giving us in-depth views of the actual characters and actually, giving us trailers. The moment of silence that they did in between the delay was pretty rough, but I will say that for marketing and the way they've actually presented this game, it's actually a lot better in terms of presentation than they did for Gotham Knights. Like, it's so hard to even look back at Gotham Knights because it's borderline forgettable. It's kind of sad at this point. Like, it's really, really sad how forgettable that game is because I could only remember like a couple of scenes and everything else is just a big blur. And that game had so much potential to really do a lot with that lore and with those characters, and instead it shat all over it. It literally like went and took a big fat steaming pile of horse shit all over the characters and everything about it. And overall, like the way they actually show the cutscenes look so much better. The graphics look so much better than Gotham Knights. It's so night and fucking day. It is bonkers. The character designs, so much more detailed, so much more better. The world looks so much more interesting to go in. There's a night and day freaking goddamn system. I feel like Gotham Knights could have easily done that, in my opinion. Not like technologically speaking, but in terms of the characters, they could have easily had these characters running around during the daytime or like the morning or like, sunset or something like that. Instead, they have them just running around at nighttime, which is a little bit weird in my opinion, but I honestly, I don't want to like judge that game too much for that because they didn't really know or really want to do that. So, but in my opinion, the way that Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad match up graphically, holy shit, I would much rather look at Suicide Squad all day, every day, if I had to choose between the two. The second thing is the fact that the gameplay looks so much better as well. Like, it's kind of, again, sad because Gotham Knights really could have done something incredible with that gameplay, but it feels stiff. And even if you know how to properly play it, there's going to be one guy in my comment, I already know it, JB Studios or whatever the fuck his name is, he's going to be like, well, you just don't know how to play the game, all right? You got to do this, you got to go watch the videos about how to do it. Like, bro, I just want to punch things and dodge. Why the fuck do I have to go watch a video on how to, like, run around the talons and throw things at them properly? Like, can I just, like, punch things and counter things and throw things at people and do my special moves? Why the fuck do I have to go through 13 video tutorials to do shit? And honestly, God, Suicide Squad, just being able to shoot things, like, I grew up a Call of Duty kid. Modern Warfare 3, bro, I love that game. I was camping in every corner, getting a Moab. You know what the fuck I'm talking about if you play that game. So I love shooters and I love superheroes. So honest to God, like the way they're actually doing this game, it feels so bad because Gotham Knights in many ways took those characters and did make them feel unique. Each character felt unique, but the game itself felt rough. And that's the problem, is that Rocksteady made this game look, and it looks like it feels, I'm not going off of the alpha I played, it looks like it feels really, really smooth. The characters also do feel somewhat unique in many ways with their melee moves and their traversal moves as well. And while I honestly think that the traversal for Gotham Knights is slightly better, the motorcycle really does amplify the gameplay in many ways, or at least it amplifies the traversal, the way you get around, and it helps kind of bridge the gap in between doing somewhat boring traversal moves, because realistically, if you compare them, they're not all the best. Harley is just web swinging, but slower, in a very like clunky way. Deadshot's just flying around the map like Iron Man, but then a really reserved way, like he has a timer for it. Captain Boomerang, same thing, they got a timer for it. At least with Gotham Knights, you could glide around as much as you want. That's one thing Gotham Knights got me on, is at least like if you're back row, you could glide around as much as you want. But even like Robin, he has a timer on this thing. I hate those. I hate the traversal overall for all of it. I can't even really get excited about any of the traversal because it's not really that good. But at least Suicide Squad, I can't even say it. I can't even say anything about both those games because both are. I mean, like, you could go ahead and try to like say I'm wrong or say like you have a different opinion about it. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are and what people think about the actual traversal of the game, because in my opinion, both of it kind of sucks. And the third thing is the story. I've already talked about the cutscenes in many ways, but the way they're taking, the way they kill the characters, or the way they take out the characters seems more interesting. And the way they're doing it seems better. Like, of course, I said in the last Insider how Batman's going to be talking to you, or you're going to be hacking into the comms and you're going to be hearing him talk. And that's actually pretty interesting, hearing Flash and whatnot, Green Lantern, communicate and try to see how they're going to try to take down Suicide Squad or how they're going to take over the world. That's interesting. The way they did it here, it gave more respect to Batman, because Batman went out like a champ, man. He was getting his ass whooped, right? But he still went out like he took out fucking Ra's al Ghul with him. He's like, if I'm dying, you're coming with me. So I like the way they did that. But then they bring him back and kill him again. Jesus Christ. It's like, god damn, wait a minute. They could have easily done something very interesting with that character. Instead, they just kill him again. But for this one, from what we've heard from certain leaks and certain things like that, it seems like they're most likely going to pay very good respect to the characters in the way they actually end them in many ways, or even bring them back in many ways. So I think the night and day difference between how they're handling the death of these characters that we know and love, these iconic superheroes, I think that the way they're doing it here in Suicide Squad might be a little bit better, because again, I hate to spoil it, everybody's already talking about it, everybody kind of already knows the full game anyway at this point. They might be fake outs, and that's not really confirmed or anything. I mean, like, it's possible that it could be a switcheroony and they're not fake outs, but from what we know so far, they're all fake outs, and the way they come back seems very triumphant, at least like some of the characters do. So I liked that better than Batman dying, coming back, killing himself for like a greater cause when it really did nothing. Just destroyed a Lazarus. Bro, we could have figured out a way to destroy the Lazarus pit. Like, it's still there. We could have came back later. Like, we're right underneath Wayne Manor. But Gotham Knights just didn't really captivate me the way this game, Suicide Squad, is doing it. And I think that that's a good thing. That's a really good... There are good things about this game. Like, don't get me wrong. People are saying that I'm trying to rage bait or hate the game. Like, I'm just calling it as it is. There's certain things I like and certain things I don't like. And one thing I do like is the fact that Suicide Squad looks a lot better than Gotham Knights. So if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I know this is kind of more like a... I don't want to like pin developers against each other, because I blame WB for all of this. For all of the games that's coming out right now, like the fucking 3 of them, right? The fact that they're all like RPG, live service, like samey games where you're 4 characters and you're doing, you know, it's like, oh my god. There are so many better ideas that can be happening, and Marvel's doing all of them. So, and that might be my next video about how Suicide Squad really isn't the game that DC fans want. Like, it's really not. Like I don't know. There's a small niche of people that would love this game and are going to be hooked on this game for years on end. And hopefully the post content's really good. But to wait 9 years after an Arkham game, when from like 2009 to 2015 we had 4 of those things, we have to wait another 9 years for another one that turns out to be a looter shooter where you kill the Justice League. You know, it feels weird. And if Avengers came out, right, and it was like, let's say we do Marvel Spider-Man 1 and then Avengers, and then like nothing came out again for a while, it would be weird, wouldn't it? Like, we don't know their next game except Wonder Woman, right? Not only can we compare, of course, DC with each other, but we can compare them with Marvel, and I might be doing that soon. So if you want to see that, go ahead and comment down below your thoughts about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.